J&K has not. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to all the SNOs who have joined us today. Can you hear me?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Namaskar. Secretary Water Resources is here with us today. And the purpose of this meeting is really, it's been about two and a half months since we started implementing Jal Shakti Abhiyan CTR 2022. We have a number of central nodal officers have also visited the states and given us some feedback. So we thought the purpose today is to hear from the state nodal officers regarding what has been done, what have been the areas of emphasis of the states, and also thereafter share a little bit of the feedback that we have received from the central nodal officers. So without further ado, I think we can start with, maybe we can start with Uttarakhand if you're ready.
Madam, good morning, madam. Good morning, sir. Sir, our secretary will join in a little while because he is right now he is in another meeting. So can we shift this our turn? So within 15 or 20 minutes he will join.
Okay, then Himachal, are you ready?
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Yes, ma'am, we are ready. We have shared the PPT. Only thing is, ma'am, our secretary sahab, who is the nodal officer, he got engaged with some upcoming cabinet meeting, ma'am. So if you allow,
yes,
I will make the presentation.
we were told that he has a cabinet meeting and you will make the presentation.
Right.
Mr. Sanjeev Kaul, is that?
जी.
आप present करिए. Please start.
Ma'am, ma'am, should I start from this end or या जो हमने share किया वहीं से लगाएंगे?
We can run the presentation, no problem.
Right, ma'am.
हिमाचल का presentation load कर लो.
सारी तरह. Load करा.
हाँ. खोल लीजिए and share कर लीजिए.
Yes, ma'am.
Please start.
जी. Ma'am, I request to go to the next slide, ma'am. Ma'am, after the launch of this mission, this Jal Shakti Abhiyan Catch the Rain for the current year, ma'am, we have revised our institutional setup. Gaining from the experience of the last years, ma'am, we have revised our state level committee, our district level committee, and this time we have constituted a separate sub-divisional level committee, ma'am. This is, madam, basically the administrative subdivision, and these committees are under the chairmanship of sub-divisional magistrates. Besides this, ma'am, as this time the emphasis was equally on the urban area also, so we have designated the nodal officers for state as well as for districts for all the blocks. BDO is the nodal officer for block, as well as we have the nodal officer for municipal corporations, for Nagar Parishads and for Nagar Panchayats. So we have separate nodal officers for rural areas as well as for urban areas. Next, please. Ma'am, this is the plan of action, ma'am. I think I don't need to deliberate on this because this is as per the guidelines of the Government of India, ma'am. So I'll go to the next slide, ma'am. Ma'am, this is the kick-off. After the this communication came from Government of India, our worthy Chief Secretary took a meeting of the state level committee on 28th of March. So this time, madam, some major decisions which were taken in this meeting and conveyed to all the concerned departments. The first is that Rural Development Department was told that they would be spearheading this campaign for this year, ma'am. Because most of the work, as Government of India has suggested, they are being undertaken in convergence, and RD has the largest chunk. So, as regarding enumeration, geotagging of the water bodies and regeneration of traditional water bodies, RD has taken the lead. And it was also decided that the shelf of the works for rainwater harvesting structure, desilting, revival of water bodies, that will be approved in the Gram Sabha. Immediately thereafter, the Gram Sabhas were held, and those shelves were put up in the Gram Sabha, ma'am. A decision was also taken, ma'am, to make these Jal Shakti Kendras, which we had established earlier, to make them really functional and a source of a place where some common person can go and get information as per the need. So this time, ma'am, we have taken care, because Jal Shakti department is basically handling these Jal Shakti Kendras. At all district headquarters, we have established a Jal Shakti Kendra, and I will be sharing a slide on this separately also, ma'am. Then deputy commissioners were also told to hold regular meetings of the district level committees, and they were asked, in fact requested, to make this meeting happen every month. Another decision, ma'am, that was taken in respect of urban areas was the concerned officers were requested to ensure that all the nalas and stormwater drains, they get cleared within 15 days because of the upcoming monsoon season. Another major decision taken was, ma'am, that rooftop rainwater harvesting structure in government buildings, because many buildings already had these structures in place, but what was needed was some renovation, restoration. So all these concerned departments, including education, PWD, Jal Shakti, revenue, they were asked to get these structures repaired in case that was required, and make them functional. Another decision that was taken, ma'am, because RD department had developed a mobile app for geotagging of all natural sources. So this was, although this was not a mandate under this campaign, but they were also told to dovetail this and geotag all the natural sources in the state using that mobile app. Similarly, ma'am, forest department, they had their own plan, and they were asked to complete their target of 1 crore plantation and report that under Jal Shakti Abhiyan. And everybody was requested to upload the data, because this is an area where we have lagged so far, because the uploading is not regular. But that is something which our worthy Chief Secretary had directed all the concerned DCs to do that. Next, please. Ma'am, if I go by intervention-wise progress, because we have tried to accommodate in one slide, ma'am. So far, as regards the construction of check dams, ponds, tanks and trenches, 2,584 structures have been completed, and another 3,843 structures are ongoing. This rooftop rainwater harvesting structure, ma'am, which I explained that the CS had issued directions, 2,510 have been completed. Completed means they have either been repaired, restored, but they are not functional. And 517 are still ongoing. 31 other recharge structures have been installed. 1446 water conservation structures, other than this explained above, they have been completed. 14,510 traditional water bodies, they have been restored. This is mainly done by Rural Development Department. Similarly, madam, soak pit, stabilization pond and other structures which are used for as recharging structures, 273 such structures have been completed and 55 are ongoing. Another 12,268 locations where gully plugging, percolation tank, trenches and other activities have been taken, have been completed, and 209 are ongoing. Forest department in afforestation has been so far been completed for 2,485 hectares, and it's going on 2,442 hectares. And our Jal Shakti department had taken an initiative to construct one water harvesting structure in every subdivision of our department. So we have completed 100 such structures, and 74 structures are ongoing, ma'am. Next, please. We have Jal Shakti Kendras established in all the districts. As I have explained, our executive engineer design in the concerned circle office, he is the nodal officer for this, and we are providing the information to the public through print, electronic media, banners, hoardings, and by way of mouth publicity also. Next, please. These are some of the stations that have been established, and we have putting up a separate board also outside the office complex, so that a common person knows that this office will also provide this kind of a support and information. Next, please. As regarding the preparation of scientific water conservation plan based on GIS platform, the state had taken an initiative to involve the state agency AGSEC in the preparation of such plans. So far, we have total 12 districts. Out of 12, 6 plans have been prepared, and AGSEC has already submitted the plans to district offices. So they have identified the locations for appropriate structure based on the geography, geology, and other parameters. And we have a plan which we can use in the coming years for such water conservation activities, water harvesting activities. And also we have something around 89,000 water bodies, and 31,000 have been geotagged so far. Next please. Now, as regarding the creation of Amrit Rovers under the 75th year of independence program, ma'am, our target is 75 per district, which comes to 900. But we have, the state has identified 1,549 sites, and department-wise details we have shared, madam. Majority of this is under the Rural Development Department. Then Forest Department is also there. They have converged another ongoing program, and they are taking up 312 water bodies. And Agriculture Department is doing 69 water bodies. So we have, out of this, 1131 works are ongoing, 104 works have been completed, and out of these total 1024 have been geotagged. So we are on the track, and we will be completing this target of, we will be rather doing more than the given target of 900 water bodies under the Amrit Road program.
Are these new water bodies or existing ones being rejuvenated?
It's both, ma'am. It's renovation as well as new, because earlier we had some issues because the minimum capacity and the area was identified. Then initially GOI cleared that this is not required for all the, like, especially for the small states like us and hilly states. So we had taken up renovation as well as construction of new bodies. I'll share some photographs also in the next slide, ma'am. The next slide we have some photographs of the ongoing works, ma'am. So these are under Amrit Road project. Next please. These slides are regarding some. Should I continue if I am audible? Yes. These slides are some of the about some of the best practices that we are following in this state for rainwater harvesting and water conservation. As you're aware, ma'am, this Jal Jeevan Mission program has a sizable component for IEC. So IEC also, our main focus is on water conservation, water harvesting, and water quality. So we have organized school level competitions and other such events where the emphasis is on making this knowledge common to children, to public, so that in the coming years, because our even the department has a vision that in the coming years our focus would be mainly on water conservation and water harvesting activities. So under JJM also, madam, we have dovetailed this, and we are taking the financial help from JJM and doing the IEC for Catch the Rain Abhiyan as well. The next slide is it's another slide on best practices, ma'am. When we have adopted some common practices, and using the low cost technology, we are using the defunct bore wells as well as making some recharge pits. Ma'am, as you can see in the pictures, the water is collected from the rooftop in the existing building, which is a pump house in this case. It's either directly recharged into the ground by construction of a small pit and utilizing a old drum which is available at almost nil cost. This is perforated, put in the trench, and after filling it up with aggregate, this is a very good structure for recharge. In the next slide, these are about some defunct hand pumps, ma'am. Because once this hand pump is defunct, this is of no use. So we have tried to use these hand pumps as a recharge structure for direct injection of water into the ground. And the drawing shows that this is a schematic view of this the proposal. And state has prepared another proposal for recharging after identification of about 2,000 such structures, and that is also under consideration of the government. And if that is approved and some financial assistance is given, then we will taking up this activity on a larger scale. But we have some good models in place, and these structures are being used as recharge structures. Next, please. Another slide on best practices, ma'am. Like these are the water bodies which have been developed earlier also, but we have tried to integrate this with the need of the public. So this whatever rainwater is stored in these structures, that is used by the farmers which are in the downstream of this location. And the left bottommost picture is a very recent structure which has been completed in district Una. And this is one of the highest water pondage structure that JSV has completed. It has a small power component as well. So this has facility for, this will create facility for irrigation, for generation of power, for water conservation, and and it will be sort of a showpiece for the state to replicate in other places. Next, please. So that these 3 slides were about the best practice that we have adopted, ma'am. And this is the IC activities. This is a general slide on the IC activities which have been carried out at the state. Nehru Yuvak Kendra has been associated with this campaign, and they have also done some IC activities in the state. Next, please. Now, these are some of the structures that. This is, madam, regarding the field visit. The central teams they have toured the state extensively. Only two districts have been left, Chamba and Mandi. And as you said, we will be getting some feedback from you today on whatever they have seen in the field, ma'am. Next, please. These are some of the structures, ma'am, that have been completed. And next, ma'am, issue as regards the issue, ma'am. Only thing is because although we are doing it in convergence and different departments have taken up their activities and we have clubbed it and try to do this under JSA, but earmarking of fund, what we feel is that earmarking of fund should be made, because even if it is out of the allocated fund for different programs in the state, but still if some earmarking is there, that will give a boost to this campaign, ma'am. And this is all, ma'am, from my side. And thanks for hearing, ma'am.
Can we go back to your initial slide?
Yes, sir.
Just a few questions.
Sir.
शुरू में जाइए.
अपना लगा.
Next. ये जो आप प्रोग्रेस दिखाई है इस पहले वाले, हाँ, ये इसमें आपका कोई टारगेट नहीं है. इसमें आपने जो काम कर लिया है और जो ऑनगोइंग है वो आपने दिखाया है.
जी सर.
तो ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि लास्ट ईयर के कंपैरिजन में आपका सेंस क्या है? आर यू achieving more? Are you doing more work, or how does it compare to the last year?
Sir, as compared, sir, it is at least 50% more, sir. Because this बार, sir, what we learned last year was that, sir, RDD is the major player, sir. Because मनरेगा में और 15 फाइनेंस कमीशन में, सर, तो इस बार, सर, शुरू से ही प्लान इस तरह से किया है कि, सर, लास्ट ईयर के टारगेट से एटलीस्ट 50% ज़्यादा हम अचीव करेंगे, सर.
Okay. Let's go to the next slide. एक स्लाइड पे आपने दिखाया है कि आपने कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स का सर्वे कंप्लीट कर लिया है और कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स का सर्वे कर रहे हैं.
सर, वो
लिस्टेड आउट द वाटर एसेट्स एंड यू हैव आल्सो, it's very encouraging to know that you have also listed out the total capacity in that.
Yes, sir.
तो मैं ये जानना चाह रहा था कि ये लिस्ट अभी अंडर मेकिंग है ना, क्योंकि इसमें कई सारे डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स का आपको ऐड करना होगा.
इसमें सर हमें ऐड करना है, सर, प्लस जो हम, सर, अबाउट 89,000 हमारी, सर, वाटर बॉडीज है, जिसमें से अभी तक 31,000 का, सर, हमने ये जियो टैग किया है, जिसका डाटा आप शेयर कर रहे हैं, सर.
ओके.
यस सर. सर, ये एक सर सबमिशन था, सर, कि जो हमें हर एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट को, सर, फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस आपने दिया है, सर, 2 लाख इन 2 इंस्टॉलमेंट, सर, फॉर प्रिपरेशन ऑफ GIS बेस्ड वाटर कंजर्वेशन प्लान, सर.
हाँ,
ये, सर, अभी कुछ डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में नहीं मिल पाया है, सर.
May I respond to that, sir? Actually हमने 1 लाख पहला रिलीज किया हुआ है, सेकेंड लाख तो हमने किया भी नहीं है. Now अभी very recently, I think about 5 days ago, we have written to all the SNOs. It has also been uploaded on our on the WhatsApp group that we have of all the SNOs. उनसे ये रिक्वेस्ट किया है कि जिन जिन डिस्ट्रिक्ट में GIS का काम शुरू हो गया है, बस हमें आप फॉर्मेट में सर्टिफाई कर दीजिए ताकि हम सेकंड इंस्टॉलमेंट रिलीज कर दें आप लोग को. और डिस्ट्रिक्ट का बैंक मैंडेट मिलते ही हम जिन district, the only districts where we have not been able to release 1 lakh is where we haven't got the bank mandate. तो वो
Right,
bank
ma'am.
mandate भिजवा दो, हम
जी, ma'am.
1 लाख तो release कर ही देंगे. And if the SNO certifies कि GIS का काम चालू है,
जी
जो कि आपके यहाँ है, we have got
जी.
approval from finance, we can release the second lakh also. We
Right,
will
ma'am.
do it immediately, but please आप हमें वो भिजवा दीजिए.
जी,
Because
ma'am.
districts के पीछे it will become very difficult, clumsy for us to get it from all the districts.
Right, ma'am. Right.
This is for all the states. Please
Right.
send it to us ASAP. The certification that we have requested from the SNOs.
Right, ma'am.
Second,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank
you,
you,
sir.
Himachal.
So just
Thank
2
you, sir.
points again
Ji.
from the CNO's reports, which
Ji,
you
ma'am.
have also flagged. One is the district conservation plans for all the districts are not ready yet, तो उसको
जी, ma'am.
expedite कर लिया जाए.
जी,
The
ma'am.
second is that one of the CNOs has mentioned that 2,000 springs have been mapped in the, all the springs have been geotagged and mapped in the district. I think
Ravi?
this is in
Ravi?
in Kulu.
Right, ma'am.
But from the other CNOs and from your presentation also, we have not, got any idea of whether springs have been mapped or whether spring shade development work is happening or not. I would request that some attention be paid to that.
Right, ma'am.
And the third, of course, is the geotagging of water bodies. कब तक complete कर पाएंगे?
मैम वैसे टारगेट तो हमारा थोड़ा सा इसमें जियो टैगिंग में डिले हुआ है बट बाय एंड ऑफ दिस मॉनसून ये हो जाएगा मैम.
चलिए, okay, thank you.
थैंक यू मैम.
So if Uttarakhand is there, then we
Sir,
can
yes,
start
yes.
with
Yeah,
Uttarakhand.
madam, can we start? We are ready with the
Yeah, please
presentation.
start.
Yes.
Please start.
Good morning, sir. I am Mukesh Mohan, Engineer, Chief Irrigation Department. Next slide. So, madam, we are loading our presentation from here.
Okay.
Madam, after the start of the Jal Shakti Abhiyan 2, so our state is actively involved in all the activities which are mentioned as per the guidelines of the Jal Shakti Abhiyan. All the
Just
districts
hold
are
on a
involved.
minute, Uttarakhand, please just wait for a minute. What we will request all the teams, all the state teams, is to stay for the entire discussion, because the idea of this meeting is also to share the work that one state is doing with the other. So please don't leave when your presentation is complete. Please carry on, Uttarakhand.
So, sir, our secretary has also joined, Sambal sir. So can I continue?
Please.
Next slide. So, madam, this is the plan of action or implementation. It is exactly as per the guidelines. So, all the activities have been mentioned here. Madam, this is the intervention-wise progress and the district-wise progress of all the activities: water conservation and rainwater harvesting, renovation of traditional water bodies, reuse, watershed, intensive forestation. These are the activities which have been completed.
As I asked Himachal, what is your sense? How are we doing compared to last year?
Sir, we have increased the target, and in the second slide, we have mentioned what is the target and what are the assets completed and what are the ongoing works. Next slide.
Okay.
So, this is the detail of activities.
Last one. 10,000, 10,000.
The 10,671 structures are ongoing. This is the list of the ongoing works, district wise. So there is a detail which are completed and ongoing. Next. So this is the detail of the afforestation. कितना हो गया हमारा 8 lakh.
8,43,000 हमने एक दिन में हरेला के
Sir, on the event of Harela, so we have planted more than 8 lakh plants
सिंगल डे.
in a single day. Next. Sir, this is the slide showing the assets which we have created under the CTR. So we have created rainwater harvesting structures, roof water harvesting structures, water recharging pits, renovation of traditional water bodies, construction of rural ponds, and what is the amount which we are conserving. So is a huge progress in the state, and we have certainly conserved a lot of water through these structures. And this is the total. These are the assets created in the conserved water. Next. So these are some of the pictures, the mini lakes which we have created. So it's of great use, and certainly it is also helping in the irrigation water also. These are the small structures which we have created. Otherwise, what happens, because big dams is not possible in this state because there are a lot of issues. So we are moving forward for construction of check dams. Our chief secretary is also taking a lot of initiative in this, and we are preparing a master plan for construction of check dams, which will help in the water for irrigation channels and water conservation, also in the drinking water purpose. Next. These are some of the traditional water bodies which we have renovated, and these are used by the villagers for drinking water. Next. So these are some of the pictures of water recharge shaft pits. These are working very well in several places, and especially in Bhadrabad or the Bhagwanpur area, which are semi-critical zones. These structures are very much required. Next. So this is the progress of Jal Shakti. In all the 13 districts, Jal Shakti Kendra have been set up, and most of the Jal Shakti Kendra are headed by our executive engineer of irrigation department, and they are working in coordination with the line department in the guidance of district magistrates. Our chief secretary and our secretary irrigation, they are regularly reviewing the progress, and as a result, the work has taking place in a good pace. Next. So these are some of the photographs of the Jal Shakti Kendra which we have established. Next. So regarding the mapping and the geotagging and the preparation of scientific water conservation plan, so we have started the preparation of water conservation plan. One of our expert is actively involved, and for 2 or 3 districts, the plan will be completed within next 3 months. So we are planning to complete by March the water conservation plan of all the districts, which will show the water bodies, which existing water bodies in one layer, and the proposed water bodies along with all the attributes in second layer, so that for the entire district there is a ready-made plan for the water conservation works. And we have also started geotagging, and the geotagging work will also be completed within next 3 months of all the water bodies. Next. And regarding the Amrit Sarovar, as there is a target of 75 per district, so we have identified 1,240 location of Amrit Sarovar, and by the end of this 15th August, we will complete 375 water bodies, the Amrit Sarovars. So this includes the creation of new Amrit Sarovars as well as the renovation of existing. Next. So these are some of the pictures of the Amrit Sarovars which we have renovated. This is the picture of the in Udham Singh Nagar, which we have renovated. Next. This is also in Hardwar. This is also a picture of Amrit Sarovar which has been renovated. Next. This is also from Hardwar. So, sir, as I said earlier also, because our terrain is hilly terrain, so high dams are having lot of environmental land issues. So we have decided to construct small check dams of height 1.5 meter or 2 meter. There will be no problem, and local material will be used. They will be extensively used for water conservation besides as a source of irrigation canals. Because in flood seasons, our temporary canal bunds, they get damaged, and which will affect the supply to irrigation canals. So when we construct using the local material of masonry, stone masonry, so there will be a permanent structure, almost permanent structure, and they will conserve water also, and that can be used for irrigation canals as a source, and as well as for water conservation. So we have already prepared a plan for 453 check dams at a cost of 58.56, and in this year budgetary provision has also been enhanced to facilitate the construction, and Chief Secretary has already instructed to saturate the entire state with the check dams, and DM has been authorized to finalize the locations because 70% area is forest area. In the forest area, forest will do it the work, and in the remaining area, irrigation, minor irrigation, and rural development department will construct the check dams. Next. Water mapping.
ये interventions हैं हमारे, तो we have got water national water award for sir in Uttarakhand we initiated a river rejuvenation program as per the guidelines of Niti Aayog. In Almora, the Kosi River Rejuvenation Program got 2 Scotch Awards and 2 National Water Awards in the year of 1920. And similarly, sir, we have started rejuvenation of 31 rivers and rivulet in the across the state. This is the picture of Kho River in Pori district, sir. Next. Rejuvenation program includes, sir, all the measures of live as well as mechanical treatment, sir. In the live, we use afforestation and other measures, and in mechanical we use to dig trenches and check dams like this, sir. These are the pictures of check dams and staggered trenches, sir.
Sir, we have also created a new budget head for river rejuvenation. Next. So this is also a picture of lake rejuvenation.
Lake rejuvenation, sir, this is another big aspect of under the Mahatma Gandhi Narega and Jal Shakti Abhiyan as well. This is the Naina Jheel in Rudraprayag, and likewise we renovated more than 6 lakes in Pithoragarh district, and sir, more than 400 encroached water bodies in Udham Singh Nagar and Haridwar district, and under the initiative of giving life to 100 ponds, and it got a Scotch Award as well, sir.
Sir, we have taken the IC activities on frontal basis. So in every district, IC activities are going on, and people are being educated about the importance of water conservation. The students are also actively involved in this. Our Nehru Yuva Kendra, our Mangal Dal, they are also involved in this. Next. So through this banners and this holdings, we are doing this work. Next. So these are some of the clips from the newspapers. Next. So our central nodal officer visited Nainital, Almora and Bageshwar. So they had a discussion with the officers, district magistrates and all other officers, and they have also inspected the site. Next. And sir, Uttarakhand has done almost 500 kilometer floodplain zoning. So our forest department is involved in plantation of in floodplain zones. So this is as per the guidelines of NGT also. So sir, our planning is to complete the work of 3,000 kilometer long river within next 3 years. So we have taken up the 800 kilometer floodplain zoning. So the entire floodplain zone, they will be made encroachment free, and the plantation will be done. So it will be a big boost for the environment. So sir, this is all what I want to say. Thank you, sir.
तो धन्यवाद। आपके प्रेजेंटेशन में बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग बातें हैं। एक तो आपके मुख्य सचिव ने जो आपको निर्देश दिया है स्टेट को सैचुरेट करने के लिए चेक डैम से, वी फाइंड इट वेरी एनकरेजिंग टारगेट टू अचीव। और जो आपने रिवर रिजुविनेशन के लिए एक अलग बजट रखा है, आप उस पर फोकस दे रहे हैं, that is
जी सर।
also very encouraging, and we would like to have a paragraph on that from your side so that we
Right,
can examine it and then pose it to the other states, क्योंकि हमारी हिल स्टेट्स में रिवर रिजुविनेशन एक बड़ी इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है जिस पे हमें
Sir.
फोकस करना है। और आपके जो दूसरे एक्टिविटीज़ हैं वो भी ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो अच्छी तरह से चल रहे हैं। एक हिमाचल ने एक स्लाइड दिखाई थी जिसमें उन्होंने बताया था कि वो मैपिंग कर रहे हैं, दे आर इन द प्रोसेस ऑफ इट, और उन्होंने सारे वाटर एसेट्स अपने दिखाए थे और उसके साथ उनकी कैपेसिटी भी दिखाई थी। आपने भी जो ऑन गोइंग वर्क्स हैं उनकी कैपेसिटी दिखाई है, तो क्या ये उम्मीद की जा सकती है कि जब आपका मैपिंग कार्य पूरा होने लगेगा तो यू विल ऑल्सो कम आउट विद ए सिमिलर वाटर एसेट्स लिस्ट अलॉन्ग विद देयर कैपेसिटी?
Certainly, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, वो जो सर जब मैप which we are preparing, we will geotag all the structures with attributes having the capacity, longitude, latitude, everything will be there, sir, and the total capacity, sir.
So very good. And lastly, I would appreciate your initiative for floodplain zoning, और जो आपका plan है to clear the river banks and then have plantations on them. तो आप उस पर भी अगर एक पैराग्राफ हमको भेज दें तो that we can take up with the other states. It looks like a very good initiative to us.
Sir, in a day or so, sir, I will send entire this write up on that.
Sir, another thing that I would like to appreciate for Uttarakhand is that Uttarakhand has so far completed 185 Kisan Melas and training programs. We would request all other states to also, get their Kisan KVVs involved in this program, because agriculture is a very important component of our Jal Shakti Abhiyan. So I think good work Uttarakhand on this. Springs का सर कुछ नहीं बताया उत्तराखंड ने. I suppose it should be part of the river rejuvenation program, but springs mapping and spring shed development पे अगर थोड़ा सा ध्यान दिया जाए.
आप कुछ स्प्रिंग शेड मैपिंग कर रहे हैं क्या, या आपका वाटर शेड डेवलपमेंट कौन सा डिपार्टमेंट देखता है?
Sir, earlier there was a program of mapping and preparation of inventory of all the watersheds, and we have entrusted the work to Survey of India. So there was a demand from them of around 30 crores, because in Tehri district it is being carried out under the NMCG program. So we are planning to map all the watershed except Tehri above 500 meter, but
Sir, under Rural Development Department, we selected 5,600 springs or sources of springs, sir. And we have initiated work on more than 3,000 work under Mahatma Gandhi Narega. All the works are mapped and geotagged, sir. This will take under JSA and sir CTR 2022 as well, sir.
Okay, ठीक है.
Move on to the next, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Now, is Arunachal Pradesh ready? Arunachal Pradesh?
Yes, ma'am, ready. Yes, ma'am.
Please start. Mr. Padu?
No, ma'am, Padu sir is sick, so I'm chief engineer, Gautam Boran.
Okay.
He's not feeling well.
Please start then.
Yeah, I'm sharing.
After that, will Tripura be ready? Tripura, then Meghalaya.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am,
Good morning.
the secretary
Yeah.
is he's on tour in America. He's in his first leg, so I am representing him. I'm the joint secretary,
Right,
and we will
so-
be
Yeah,
we will be doing
fine.
the presentation, ma'am. We have sent to you the PPT to the deputy secretary this morning, and presenting
Right.
this presentation, ma'am, will be Sir Jefferson Marbanyang. He is our nodal officer in the field, ma'am. To Jeff.
If Arunachal is not ready, then we can start. We can go to Tripura and then Meghalaya. अरुणाचल का क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है? नहीं शेयर कर पा रहे.
अरुणाचल तो था ना अभी
हाँ,
चीफ इंजीनियर
फिर
सेट की
कहाँ
start
गायब हो
कर
गए? Shall we move to Meghalaya, sir, and let Arunachal come in later?
Yeah.
If Meghalaya is ready, please start.
We are ready, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Start.
We can start, sir.
Start. We'll
Thank you.
take Arunachal and Tripura later.
Yeah, good morning, ma'am and sir. I'll be sharing this PPT. I'll just go through the PPT, ma'am. Ma'am, this most of the this Jal Shakti, because most of the works have been carried out by the Soil and Water Conservation Department, because it is a nodal department here in Meghalaya. So most of these water-related activities are being carried out by this department. So I'll just. So this is just like when they launched that Jal Shakti Abhiyan. So mostly out here, the water we collected only in the monsoon. This is the only source of water in most in the places are here. So the scheme, like we are constructing these rainwater harvesting structures, and even rooftop, then some dugout ponds, and small ponds, and then percolation tanks also.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, Arunachal, please hold on. We are on to Meghalaya and we will revert to you after Meghalaya.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Please carry on, Meghalaya.
What's wrong? Hey, sure. So, this is about the water resources here in Meghalaya. Ma'am, this is we have the springs here around 60,000.
Okay.
And some of these springs under 303 spring sets we had undertaken. There's one scheme which is funded by NAFCC. That was, we completed 2 years back. So some of the springs which we have been mapped are those 2710, and then number of micro watersheds 2776, and out of these we have taken up around 1000 micro watersheds under the WDC programs and IWMP 1.0.
Sorry, if I can interrupt you right now, how do you know that there are 60,000 springs? Is that an estimate?
Ma'am, this actually we have done a survey. We have done a survey in almost all the villages. We are around 6,000 villages and all, ma'am.
Small villages.
But yeah,
Very small.
But so you know the locations of those 60,000 springs?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So this Jal Shakti Kendras have been set up in the almost all the districts except for one, but for that is East Garo Hills. That will be done by this week, by this month end, ma'am. That's what I've been informed.
Okay.
So some of the other and this Jal Shakti Kendras are headed by the respective deputy commissioners, and they all functions. And then the other representatives are that community and rural development, water resources, then agriculture, horti, forest and housing, sports and youth affairs, and even urban affairs also. So this is a tentative timeline. like mobilizing this community participation and this water pledges, this PRA exercise, which we normally do for these watershed programs, and even this organizing procession march, the timeline is there, ma'am, that April, May, and it's completed, and then that procession is still going on. In fact, yesterday we just had one procession in one of the districts here, ma'am. Yeah. So these are the awareness programs scheduled like that, ma'am. It's all ongoing. The plantation activities also we have that program which is we call the mass afforestation. We are planning to plant around 5.5 lakhs of plantations in all the districts. So this is the roadmap, ma'am, like all these IECs, and then we'll have this community participation like the PRE, which I told you earlier. Here we will involve these local, we call Darbars, means that there's community people there, like the Nokmas, we call that, and then we have the watershed committees, which are under that WDC 2.0. So even the school and colleges are involved in this program, and we are conducting this campaign like even through the social media, through the radio talks and all those, ma'am, in all those whatever stations that we have here, this radio, FM and all that. And then we are conducting this essay competition on this Jal Shakti for all districts, and we it's still going on in other districts also, and the winners of all the districts will be called up to the state, and then they will have another competition which will prize, some incentives will be given to them, to the winners. So that this is the intervention, ma'am, that I told you earlier. The mass afforestation is around 5.5 lakhs of plantations. Then the achievement is more or less we have done like say 80%, but 80% in the sense means some plantations have been done, but the fencing is still going on, ma'am. The fencing of all those plants and all that. So rainwater harvesting and Amrit Sarovars are like in some districts, like in Southwest Garo Hills, they have not taken up any activity, ma'am, because we are having a problem here with the rain. The rain, even today also, we can see us wearing the jacket here. It's still very cold. It's very heavy rain in the morning today. So from May onwards till now, we are having a continuous rainfall. So some of the districts, like most districts like the Southwest Garo Hills, South Garo Hills has been flooded, and people have been really affected with this flood, with this rain, this season, man. So for the structures, maybe we can do later on, ma'am, after the rain, or maybe if the rain has subsided a bit, then we can take up the program.
So we also advise the central nodal officers to visit once the district administration was comfortable about. So for Assam as well as Meghalaya, we have actually told them that you can visit later.
Yeah, okay, ma'am, yeah. So those are the Kendras I've told you earlier, except for that one district. So this is a mapping.
In our database, we've got just details of one JSK. So please upload the details of JSKs in our database, in our portal, please.
Fine, ma'am. Okay, we'll do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So this mapping of water bodies, ma'am, is being mostly done by this department, and even by the water resources also is done up to the April 21. So the rest is ongoing, ma'am. Still ongoing, that mapping around. So these are the creation or renovation of Amrit Sarovars. You can see like the numbers are very less, ma'am, as compared to the other states, because I've told you earlier the reason. Yeah.
I think there may be a bit of confusion here also, because Amrit Sarovars are relatively large bodies, and Acha, you have mentioned only rainwater harvesting, Amrit Sarovars, but water conservation structure should be much more than this. Rainwater
yes, sir.
harvesting.
Yes, sir. It'll be more actually, sir. But we are under the programs of this HEKP, and then even for WDC we have more. But we have not taken up this because of the rain, sir. We have not
This
taken
year
up.
they
The
have
numbers,
not
the
been
numbers
able
will
to
be
take
more,
up
sir.
large
It's
numbers.
difficult to come to office.
Even it's very difficult even to go to the site or anything. We cannot.
in the town.
There's no. You can say there no traffic movement also in some districts.
Then you have landslide.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out a little later, sir, once the rain subsides.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the only way out, ma'am. Yeah. So these are the IEC activities, materials. We have conducted this capacity building, and then the like PRA exercise, and then we have this IEC materials both in English and in local languages out here, ma'am.
So what is your advice for, let's say, Meghalaya, Assam, given the current rain cycles? Is it a good idea to start the Jal Shakti Abhiyan earlier for some states? What would you suggest?
No, no, ma'am. In fact, this is quite abnormal this year. Normally, we get the monsoon in July, but for this particular year, it started in May. May is still and still continuing. So if the earlier like the one which you have fixed, like is okay, like you can say for the other years, except for this year,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay.
So some of the nodal officers from the ministry, ma'am, some they have completed, they have visited, and some that two districts they have not yet been scheduled, and then the other three means they have already fixed the program, ma'am. So these are the mass afforestation which was launched by our Honorable Chief Minister. So when during that World Environment Day, ma'am. Yeah. See some of the pictures during that launching of the mass afforestation, and you can see these are the schools, students, and are also involved in this. Some tree plantation during the program, ma'am. Yeah. So some of the pictures on those campaign that catch the rain. And it's here. So all walks of life, ma'am, we have trying to involve in this program, even from the police department, from all the. This is in the one of the districts in Tura district, where the deputy commissioners are involved also here, ma'am, in planting and all. And these are some of the water harvesting structures which we are constructed. Yeah. So that's all, ma'am, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is Arunachal ready? Or shall we ask Tripura? JNK, are you ready? ठीक है. Please, JNK, please start.
Thank you, madam. Thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity. I am Ashok Parmar, Principal Secretary, Jal Shakti Department. Sir, actually, I have joined, I reported back to Cadre, Jammu and Kashmir on 23rd of March, and I was given charge of irrigation and flood control. So at that time, I had dealt with major Prime Minister Development Package programs for irrigation and flood control, like Shahpur Kandi Dam, Ooze Multipurpose Project, then Jhelum Flood Control Part 2, etc. And during that period, I have visited districts, and I have requested all deputy commissioners to revive the traditional irrigation system that is called cools. And all deputy commissioners, fortunately, they have revived the schemes by employing local laborers, machineries, and they have arranged some funds. Unfortunately, I could not compile all those details. And after sometime on 5th of May 2022, I was given charge of Jal Shakti department. Then I was dealing with PH department. At that time, I visited Kupwara, Poonch, Rajouri, Riyasi, all districts. And again, I requested district development commissioners to have these IC activities on Jal Shakti Abhiyan and Jal Jeevan Mission, and they requested them to converge all these activities under the chairmanship of district development commissioner. So my presentation I submitted, sir. Can you, if that can be run, I would like to explain the slides. Next. Next slides. Next, this is all common. I think everybody knows this.
Previous one.
Previous. इससे पहले वाला.
So, this is the information we have compiled from the district development commissioner and division commissioners. Sir, we have geotagged 863 water bodies, and work related to water harvesting taken up for 163 works. We have total water conserved, harvested in terms of cubic meter, 10,62,650 cubic meter waters we have harvested, conserved and harvested. We have constructed 886 water harvesting tanks and NRM works. Incentive afforestation fencing was done for 1,77,463 running feet, and we have intensive afforestation plantation for 922 spots. Government building fitted with rooftop water harvesting system was nil. We could not do anything about this. Private building, again, very less work. Water bodies from which the encroachment were removed. We have started a campaign for removal and encroachment from irrigation canals, and that at 160 places the encroachments were removed. Then area 505.47 canal of area we have recovered after anti-encroachment drive. Then 820 number of water bodies, tanks, canals and ponds desilted. Total of volume of silt removed was 4,91,249 cubic meter. Then IEC activities, sir, we have listed, I think I just read out the all activities. Nukkad Natak, Skids, Chowpals, 18 numbers activities. Then school, college rallies, awareness runs, 60 number of activities. Painting, debates, symposiums, 11 number of activities. IEC van, Jalrat, 28. Brochures, pamphlet, IEC information printed and distributed for 405,025 events. Posters, banners and holdings installed, 2,803 holdings, banners and posters were installed. Special Gram Sabhas were conducted, 2,049 special Gram Sabhas conducted for awareness. 666 signature campaigns, wall paintings, slogan writings were initiated. Youth clubs, NGOs and community organizations mobilized. Farmer meets, 247 farmer meets organized, 182 shramdans organized, and one of the important activities that functionality of defunct bore wells, hand pumps, tube wells, dug wells, shallow pumps, artisan wells were conducted, and that was restored for 34 of works. And total souls benefited from this activity are 16,567. Next, that's watershed development. Next slides, I have compiled this. Watershed development, 385.16 hectare of catchment area treated under watershed development activities. Then 37 number of water bodies, rivulets, rejuvenated and benefited. Then 178 micro irrigation system of the drip and sprinklers installed for development of micro irrigation system. And area that covered through this development is 1058.62 canals. Number of 806 gram panchayats in which the plans have been formulated in the reporting month, that is in 806 gram panchayats. Then 55.54 hectares degraded and wastelands was reclaimed. Then water samples collected for 48,024 numbers. Samples failed 5,283. This all information has been compiled on the basis of information submitted by district development commissioners. Next slide. So this is basically a structure to implement this campaign. Administrative Secretary, Jal Shakti Department was nominated as nodal officer on 19th of March 2021. We have two divisions, provinces, Jammu and Kashmir, and division commissioners have been designated as regional nodal officers for coordinating the implementation of the campaign. And we have established Jal Shakti Kendras in the district in coordination with Nehru Yuva Kendra Sangathan for the purpose of awareness generation regarding this campaign. Next slide. Next. This is district-wide status of banking. Yes, yes, the Amritsar our projects. Sir, we have we have 172 number of ponds which are likely to be completed as per norms before 15th of August 2022. Jammu 15, Kathua 15, Doda 15, Riyasi district 15, Rajouri, Poonch, Udhampur, Samba. We have 15 Amrit Sarovars, oblique ponds we have identified, and that can be made functional before 15th of August 2022. And for Kashmir province, we have identified 179 spots or ponds for the development. District-wide details are Srinagar 22, Gandarbal district 21, Badgam 25, Pulwama 25, Anantnag 21, Kulgam 5, Shopian 35, Bandipora 15, Baramulla 13, Kupwara 15. So we have, sir, I would like to submit that we have some innovations for the implementation of the Amritsar project. We have requested, we have large number of construction companies and central government agencies which are doing infrastructure development, particularly construction of roads. We have requested them to help us in identify some spot and to dig the ponds of the big size. We have conducted meetings and we requested, and we have very good response. And these construction companies, they have also supported us in the desilting of irrigation canals. So we have requested and they are ready to desilt all the irrigation canals in Jammu province as well as in Srinagar. Next. Next slide. Sir, regarding this strategies to catch the rain, one important activity is restoration of wetlands and rejuvenation of rivulets and rivers. Your ministry, sir, thankful for that. Your ministry is supporting the project, namely this is a comprehensive flood management works on Rilam, Jhelum and tributaries phase 2 part A, amounting to rupees 1,623 crores. Sir, we have one bird sanctuary called at Hokar, sir, in Badgam district, and we are spending 28 crores to construct 2 sluice gates to create connect in the flood spill channel, that is in the length of 4 kilometers. So that will helpful in watering of this wetland, Hokar wetland. So this is very important activity, and that can be a good practice, best practices to use the water, flood water or rain water to develop wetland and to restore the dead wetland. So we have employed the convergence for implementing various activities, programs, schemes. We have water harvesting, natural resources management works done under the NREGA. And other than NREGA, we have implemented percolation tanks, pits, check dams, contour trenches, bundlings, repair of water bodies, creation of new water bodies, regeneration of water bodies, etc. And so ultimately we have covered all activities, but I would like to submit that uh, I have to work out more on the proper coordination convergence. I would like to have Chief Secretary, who is already chairman of this Amrut Sarovar implementing committee. I would like to have these activities also looked after by Chief Secretary and reviewed by Chief Secretary during next time, next period. Flood season, monsoon season in Jammu and Kashmir starts from August to September. So we have already launched the awareness campaign for Jal Jeevan Mission, and we can also dovetailing these activities, Jal Shakti campaign for the purpose. So this is my brief presentation, sir. Actually, I have just presented these facts only on compilation of these figures. Next time, I could not have organized review meeting with the District Development Commissioner because of preoccupation. So now next time I will compile all these activities, particularly revival of irrigation system, that is very good best practice that can be treated as best practice. Then Hokersar wetland, we have already floated tenders for that, and once that gates will constructed, that wetland is almost dying, is revived through your funding and this support. Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam.
Okay, thank you. As you have mentioned, it will be a good thing if you can have the Jal Shakti Abhiyan progress reviewed at the level of Chief Secretary.
Sir.
Sir, एक तो request Ashok ji से. Ashok ji, 2 or 3 things. One
Sir,
is that, the idea of the Jal Shakti Abhiyan is that the work that you do under MG Narega and other programs is done as a part of a comprehensive plan. So
Madam.
one of the things that when you review with the DCs as well as when CS reviews with the DCs is to get the district conservation plan prepared.
Okay, ma'am. Right, ma'am.
There we will release GIS money for GIS mapping, 2 lakh per district, based on the bank mandates that are received from the districts. So
Okay,
that is something that we would very strongly encourage you to do. I think only one district in Jammu and Kashmir has done the conservation plan.
I will do that, ma'am. I will review and
Yeah.
this suggestion I will implement. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we move on to
Either Arunachal or Tripura, whoever's ready, sir. Who's ready? Arunachal, Tripura?
Ma'am, we are reading from Tripura.
Okay. Tripura, please start.
Yes, ma'am. I'm just uploading the presentation. Ma'am, can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Tripura has, ma'am, a small area, about 10,400 square kilometer, and we have 8 districts. We receive about 2,000 to 2,200 mm rainfall. It starts, ma'am, from April actually, and it goes on until October. So we have a long rainy season. We have 40 lakh population. We have 10 major rivers, and most of them drain into Bangladesh. So our focus areas, ma'am, are check dams wherever we have streams and small rivers. Then ponds we create under MG Narega, both for fishery as well as for water consumption. Tanks, which are traditional, lot of tanks are there. Even in Agartala city, we have about 40 tanks. So in Jaipur is a city, there also we have about 20 tanks. Watershed management in the eastern area, mainly in the hilly areas, and plantations, ma'am. These are our priorities. Ma'am, this is our target which we have for various components under Jal Shakti Abhiyan Catch the Rain campaign 2022. Water conservation and rainwater harvesting structures. We have 10,409 as a target. These are my only targets. I will come to the achievements in the next slide. Then we have planned to renovate water bodies 8,303. Most of that comes from North Tripura district, which is hilly and which has a large potential. Then we have a plan to recharge.
Some districts are. It's good that you have an action plan for the whole year. That's very good. But some districts have drawn a blank at some places.
Sir, actually, sir, they had planned to start after September, but then we have asked them to. Sir.
Yeah, maybe these can be updated.
Yes, sir, sure. Sir. Then the recharging of structures, sir, we have about 600. Then again, 4 districts are not yet given, sir. We will ask them to also do these structures. Then we have watershed. About 10,000 structures along with agriculture departments. We are doing it to 3 districts. Khoi is actually sort of plain district, but we have potential in Dhalai and Unakoti more than afforestation. We have more plans actually, sir. We have not got yesterday input from forest department that we will. And sir, work is already started, sir, in our state because we use pre-monsoon period to some extent. So, water conservation works out of 10,000, we have completed 7,159. Renovation of water bodies also we have completed 566 out of 8,300. And recharging of structures, we have made a progress of 561 out of 660. So on sir watershed, sir, we have that's 4,500 structures out of 10,188, and plantation has sir just started in the month of June. This we will update. So interventions, sir, these things, sir, means the earlier slides were for the target, and second one was for the completed, and these are ongoing, sir. So we have formed the Jal Shakti Kendras in all 8 districts, and sir, in 24 blocks, sir, also we are active. Now we are also, because we have very small districts, but still we found that if Jal Shakti Kendra also functions at the block level, it becomes easier for the line departments to coordinate. So that we are making an effort to start in all the 58 blocks, sir, in our state. Sir, water conservation plans are made, and except Khowai and Dalai, we did not get the update of their plans, so that we incorporate. We have also geotagged them, sir. Then we have action plan for water conservation and financial assistance we have received in the 5 districts. In the October, sir, we have a plan of 806 Amrit Sarovars in the state. The forest department, RD department, and irrigation department we are doing. In convergence, we have completed the planning, the geotagging, and we have started in some areas, sir, about 183 works we have started, sir. So best practices, some of the best practices in the states, sir, we have tried to show, sir. This is a Parilam block where we have created a pond under MG Narega. And sir, on the right side, we have shown the Rudrasagar, part of Rudrasagar Lake, which is also Ramsar site, sir. Then the field visits of central nodal officers in the state. One site is shown here where RCC check dam is constructed over a local chara, we call it, sir, here stream. Then we have various ponds which are done under Engineer, sir. This mainly we use for the fishery and water conservation purposes. These are in harvesting structures, traditional water bodies. Sir, these ice activities we have tried to take it up to the village. So 421 awareness programs conducted, and it's still going on. We had discussions in the panchayat seminars, floating displays are there. So these are the dates on which we have visits of central nodal officers. So we have uploaded the interventions on the portals of Engineer. These are some of the figures which we have uploaded details. So we are also doing activities, as I said, from JICA fund in those habitations where we are not getting a source for drinking water. So we are using the water bodies with the water and then water tank. So this is for the Jal Jeevan mission. We are using the JICA funds and also Indo development funds in our state. We are also using the funds under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sampada Yojana, Krishi Sinchay Yojana, sir, for irrigation. These are, sir, some issues in our state, sir. We are not getting funds under MGN for material component. Only for the labor components we are getting, so there we are finding some difficulties. Then we are handicapped for the GS experts and hydrologists, even though we are making some effort under National Hydrology Project. Then, sir, option for uploading a data GPVC wise is not found in the JSA portal. Maybe the technical team can help us. And sir, all the types of interventions, so we are not able to upload it in the photo upload. So we will talk with the technical team, sir.
What is
Thank you,
missing?
sir.
ठीक है, we'll talk. We will इसको नोट कर लीजिए दोनों बातें जो उन्होंने कहा, both about some interventions are not available. We'll work with you on this and see what is missing.
Yes, ma'am.
Probably spreadsheet का होगा और दूसरा ये जो होगा वो ब्लॉक वाइज बोल रहा है वो डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज होगा.
So, as we have discussed, some districts' targets need to be updated.
Sure.
You have mentioned about mapping and survey, that's very encouraging. Like
Sure.
Himachal, if you could also show the various types of water assets and their capacities and the aggregate water storage capacity, that would be very good.
Sure.
And
Sure. Yes.
you had mentioned that your afforestation activities appear to be on a low key, so we hope that in the next review we will see the desired pace of progress on them also.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
So, shall we? Arunachal or Nagaland, whoever's ready.
Yes, ma'am. Arunachal is ready.
Arunachal, okay, start please.
Arunachal is ready, ma'am.
Start. Do you want us to share your presentation?
Yeah, ma'am. Sharing.
Please share. Arunachal needs to pull up their socks. Please start.
Yeah, ma'am. There's some problem.
We have shared the presentation. Can you see the presentation?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, good morning,
Good
ma'am.
morning. Please start.
I'm Gautam Moran, Chief Engineer WRD. Actually, my second sick is having health problem, so I'm representing him. In the introduction, ma'am, we have this like Arunachal is in the foothills of Himalaya of northeast India. It is area of more than 82,000 square kilometer, where 98% geographical area is land, and of that 80% is forest area, forest covered area.
Your
The
slide is
average
not moving.
precipitation.
We'll share the slides from here. You just say next.
Yep, yep.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Please. Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Right.
Please.
We will share it. You stop sharing the slide.
Stop. They are presenting. Yes.
Please go ahead.
The yeah, the average precipitation is, ma'am, it's more than 3,000 millimeter in a year, and because of the hilly area, because of the slope of the area, the precipitation goes down to river by surface flow. So this can be harvested by comprehensive and scientific planning, and that can be utilized for irrigation water research and increasing the livelihood opportunities. With this tagline, catch the rain where it falls, when it falls. If we have the intervention, this water can be checked and can be conserved. So far, we have identified 862 numbers of water bodies. We have tagged 862 numbers of water bodies. In fact, geotag. In fact, we have approximately 1,500 plus of water bodies. This can be rejuvenated through this project, through this team, catch the rain. Next month. In the plan of action, we have constituted the district water conservation committees for better coordination amongst the stakeholders. Again, they will prepare, this conservation committees will prepare district scientific water conservation plan. They are doing it, and they will regulate the convergence and dovetailing of programs for water conservation activities undertaken by various line departments. Then again, we'll set up Jal Shakti Kendras, then enumerate water bodies and GIS mapping, then plan out new works and repair the existing structures. Next month, in intervention, considering the importance of the water conservation, central and state government has sanctioned 380 numbers of conservation schemes in the financial year 21-22. Of that, in the water resources department, where we have water conservation projects, it is 15. In the agriculture department, where pump ponds, we have 218. The RD department, we have 27, where they have constructed water conservation structures. Then NRM works under Manrega, where ponds and reservoirs are constructed. It's 58, and in total 318. Next. Yes. Progress on setting up Jal Shakti Kendras. We have set up 18 districts, Jal Shakti Kendras in 18 districts, and the setting up of Jal Shakti Kendras in 8 districts are in progress as some slides. Then this Kendras has been inaugurated by honorable MLAs, DCs, deputy commissioners. Somewhere it is being inaugurated by central nodal officer during the visits in presence of all the line departments. And modalities of the setting up of Kendros, Jal Shakti Kendros, were based on the accessibility of the public, then a place where it will be more people friendly, then preferably we have selected recreational centers, and then awareness services are provided throughout the service time. These centers are acting as knowledge centers for imparting technical guidance to the people and encourage them to save water by constructing various structure, rooftop rainwater tanks, and using excess water for groundwater recharge. And water body data have been enumerated listed in Jal Shakti Kendras. Then awareness creation for adopting rooftop rainwater harvesting has been done by identifying buildings. Next slide. Yes, mapping of water body in the state and preparation of water conservation plans. As I had stated in the introduction, we have 802 water bodies geotech. Figure is shown here, district wise. And we have ponds, lakes, reservoirs. Next. Continuing this, geotagging and making detailed inventory of water bodies had been done. Phase mapping in water bodies is under progress. Then in case of financial status, 5 districts in the state has received financial assistance to the tune of 1 lakh each, and one division, Pumpare, has received 10,000 as installment against 1 lakh. This is what we have received in our department through the DCs. Next slide. Progress of creation, renovation of Amrit Sarovar, guidelines on mission Amrit Sarovar and roadmap for next 1 year. We have identified 788 Sarovar in the state, and this will be renovated, rejuvenated by various line department through the flagship programs like NG-NREGA, CAMPA, PMKSY, etc.
Is there any timeline by 15th August? How many you will complete, and thereafter by 15th August 2023, how many?
Sir, it need to be decided among the line department, sir. I'll have a discussion with them and let you know, sir. And next, sir, we have best practices, like this is one, construction of multipurpose water conservation cum irrigation project at Kaya. It's a valley where water was flowing, and we have constructed wall there, and the water is a reservoir now. It is irrigating 27 hectares, and supplying water to 6 pools downstream. Then it has increased the agriculture area, hence production is increased. People out there has shifted to cash crop because of the irrigation potential, and water holding capacity of this one is 123 liters, lakhs 23 liters. Another one is mums. Next slide. This one is water harvesting structure at Jote. Location is given here. Water holding capacity is 300 lakh liters. Out of this, we are irrigating 5 hectares, and economic activities promoted is fishing, dakari, recreation, and next, this is construction of CK Water Conservation Project 0. And irrigation area we are providing out of this is 138 hectares, and water storage capacity is 0.09 million cubic meter. Catchment area coverage is 8.22 square kilometer. It generates self-employment through pisciculture, poultry, recreation, tourism, dakari, etc. Even in this month, sir, the migratory birds are beating the lake. It has started, so it is ecological environmental rejuvenation. Next. Next. Next slide.
Next slide. Move on to the next.
Next slide.
Next. Take it. Just skip. Okay. Just skip. Go through. We've got the general idea. Okay.
We seem to have lost connectivity.
Again with Arunachal. So, okay. I think maybe if we can move on to Nagaland, unless
we will.
Once they come back, we can talk to him.
I feel Arunachal's JSA should be reviewed at the level of Chief Secretary once, so maybe we can write to him for undertaking a review.
Is Nagaland ready?
Yes, we are ready, ma'am.
Please start. Do you want us?
PPT वहीं से run कर लेते हैं because उनका हमारा rough.
Okay, you'll have to run your own PPT.
Yes.
As Nagaland begins to share, I think I have 2 or 3 points, general points, sir, if with your permission, sir. One is, as sir said, for Arunachal CS should review. My request is that for all the states, can we request the Chief Secretary to review progress once in the midterm? The second is that there is money for rainwater harvesting structures in government schools and Anganwadis under MG Narega. So can states actually try to saturate those buildings? The third point is that wherever you have large landowning private entities or central government entities, they should also be brought under JSA. So if the Chief Secretary is reviewing, then please invite them also and ask them what they are doing under JSA, because their campuses should also have rainwater harvesting structures. Please, Nagaland, please start.
Yeah. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Sir, I have with me Mr. Kevisa, Secretary Water Resources, His Chief Engineer, and Chief Engineer Mr. Repa, PhD, and a team of officers from both the departments.
Okay.
So we have already started the GSA campaign. Actually, we started sometime in the month of May onwards, and we're going at the moment in quite a fast. In the last 2 months, we have managed to cover quite a distance. Comparing last year, we feel that we are more focused, better coordinated, especially the young DCs. They have been well sensitized, and all of them have activated their own district action plan. Though we have a few more districts, we're going with 12 districts. Now, we also had we have a very active WhatsApp group and also communication channel with all the young DCs, and I have also interacted with them on 7th of July, and we're taking their queries hands-on. So we're doing our level best to see whatever support we can give them from the state level. As far as the target for the state is concerned, the aims and objectives are going as per the guidelines. Next, yeah. Yeah, next. Yeah. Now, these are a few details of the interventions that are taking place in the state. Broadly, we have about 6 activities going on. These are the activities undertaken by the various line ministries in the different districts, the line departments, and we have only collated and collected the data from the districts. So at the moment, we have covered so far. So far, we have data from about 4 districts, and this is what we have collected. We are waiting. We are hoping that we know that other districts also have taken up various activities, and once the data comes in, this also will increase. Next.
The afforestation needs to show the number of plantations, the number of trees planted. So, because that's what we are capturing on our dashboard.
That the full data has not come. We only got the data from the districts giving the activities that they have undertaken. So slowly we will be able to capture the full data also. Next. This is the cumulative structures that have been built so far. It's not only for this current year. So far, 93 rainwater harvesting structures and 72 water harvesting ponds have been created throughout the state. As I said, this is the cumulative figure. We're just we're just showing here few pictures of the rainwater harvesting structures that we have created. This one is in Tunsang village. Sir must be quite familiar with Tunsang village. So this is one of their traditional water. It's called as Donyomang in Chan language. And this is one in Jaloki, another one. This is one in Chuchimlan village in Bogokcho. This has been created by the Water Resources Department. Another one is, this is in LMUO village. This is my district. This also has been created by the Water Resources Department. And this one is in Kipiri, rainwater harvesting structures in a very remote location in Kipiri. It is bordering the Myanmar border. Kipiri is the aspirational district of. And this one is another water body which is created in Kushabi village in Dimapur. as you can see, this is Dimapur is a flat land. It's not a mountainous area. We also built few rainwater harvesting structures in different parts of the state. The photo that we're showing you is in Longland. This is one of the eastern Nagaland districts, very remote.
Yeah, Longlang and Zuneboto, they need to take up more of water conservation works because water is short there. So areas which are facing scarcity, maybe we can focus there more.
Right, sir. Right, sir. We have also taken up a few renovation of traditional water bodies and tanks. We have not analyzed the data, but for example, in Mogucho, we have taken up the twin lakes of Mogucho. This is by the PHE departments. We have renovated, we have made rainwater harvesting structures, we have made waste drainage, we have retained, we have cleaned up the area, made some parks, etc. And for example, in Peg, also one very good project on renovation is taking place in Tipuzo village. And the famous Shiloi Lake Myanmar has also been renovated recently by the Land Resources Department. And also in Kohima, particularly one project that has been taken up in Centennial village under newly created Centennial district has also come out very well. I'm sorry I could not give you the pictures today, we were in a hurry, but these are few activities or water bodies that have come up quite well. This is one of the activities for cleaning up of inlet structure. This is under JJ. If you see, there's a small brown, blue bag nearby. In fact, that's the FS. That's the field field testing kit under JJM. This one is clean traditional well. One under Peg district, another one under Motul district. This also was undertaken under JJM. We have also taken up some recharge borewell structures, particularly in the last years under JJM, especially for the foothill areas. We have incorporated in the design itself rainwater recharge recharge structure. We can show you one picture. This is the recharge structure that was built very close to the state capital. It's Chizama, the Fort Energy Station, Kohima. So the recharge structure is for both overflow as well as water. We got report from different districts that intensive afforestation has taken place. But as we have rightly said, we are yet to get the full data where to process it. But some pictures that are readily available with us, we want to share with you. This one is IEC campaign under JJM in Nokta block under the then Tucson district. This is continuation of the same photo. This one is afforestation effort made by the forest department at Wayong Gimson village in Bogu. This one is this year's World Environment Day. I believe the Honorable Minister of Forest is the picture. He is the one who has launched the effort. This is by NRLM. So different departments and different organizations have taken part in this. And this is effort of afforestation by the rural land development. As far as the progress of Jal Shakti Kendra are concerned, all the 12 districts have set up the Jal Shakti Kendras. And now we've got report from all the DCs that they are all now functional. Some of the gist of the Kendras we are just sharing with you. Moto has set up, and most of these Kendras are either set up in the XN office of the Water Resources Department or in the district's office complex. And as I said, we already activated sometime in the month of June the district level committee headed by the deputy commissioner and consists of about 15 other allied departments. The member secretary is the of the Water Resources Department. So we have just given you some of the details of the Jal Shakti Kendras set up in the different districts. And we have requested all the DCs also to give wide publicity. Some DCs have started, and the rest keep reminding to them so that we give a good publicity. So far, 14 water bodies have been geotagged. We have given the breakup of the districts. This is a cumulative figure. So the data is available in the data bank which the Water Resource Department is maintaining.
This is how it is.
All available. We are told that some districts have started adding more and more. So, but 1432 is the cumulative figure. When we have, sir, we have some districts are yet to receive the +1 fund. There was a little confusion. In a sense, the districts were reporting the matter to their commissioner. So we have advised them to send their bank account details to the ministry. That is one DC Woka. He has informed me that he has sent their details. So the other DCs also who are yet to get, we are kind of advising them to write to the ministry direct. So hopefully that they should be getting soon. So we wanted to give you a little update on the Amrit Sarovar. To give you a little update on the Amrit Sarovar. Unfortunately, I don't have much details. The Rural Development Department, the implementing department of Amrit Sarovar, they are aware of today's VC, but I'm told that they are going to have a detailed VC with ministry tomorrow on Amrit Sarovar, and perhaps the full details will emerge.
Is that you, Mon Memo?
Sir.
Okay, I could recognize my voice. I couldn't see you clearly because it's a bit dark out there. So you are there, and with you, Repang is there from PHE?
Repang is with me here, and Kevisa Secretary Water Resources, he is also with me, and the Chief Engineer IM is also with me, sir.
Okay, who is heading RD these days?
Nipuzo is heading RD, sir. Still.
Okay. Please get the details from him. In any case, they would be supplying those details to Ministry of RD tomorrow. But while uploading the information, if it's complete, it will help us.
Right, sir. Once we catch all of the information, we'll pass it on to the Ministry.
Okay, good to see you all there.
Same, sir. We are in fact very glad, sir. We are also hoping for your visit to the.
Yeah.
I've reserved that in the other slides. Anyway, a lot of massive IEC activities have started. As you are aware, sir, in Nagaland, it's very important to sensitize the tamburas and the village functionaries. So this effort also we have started. This is one of the pictures that we have taken from Kipchiri district. So far, 4 teams have visited Nagaland, covering 7 districts. I've just given a list of the various districts that I have visited. Kokchung and Junsang was one team. Tibak had kept me informed of this visit. And Zunoputo was a separate team. Unfortunately, Zunoputo's visit was not much known to us. It was quite the next. Longley and Mon was one team headed by Ruchir. So Ruchir also had kept me informed. So I was told that this visit was also very good. He has given some suggestions to the then DC Hawa. So I hope DC Hawa is possible, new guy. And as far as Kiperi is concerned, Kiperi and the central nodal officer was my friend Sanjay. So Sanjay had in the month of May 21 and 22. And in fact, after Sanjay's coming, things have started really rolling. And I was made a nodal officer just before his arrival. And Sanjay had reviewed both, not only the districts assigned to him, but along with military, he has reviewed the entire Jal Shakti Abhiyan campaign in the state. And his CTO technical officers visited both Kipire as well as Phet. Phet, particularly, sir, there's one wonderful project which is being implemented. This is a traditional water harvest structure which has been passed on through generations. It's called Zabu. And we are getting little funding from the Brahmaputra board. This particular.
Yeah.
What is this, sir?
It is Kurma village in
Zabu.
Lake district, sir. Zabu. So we request you to kindly visit.
Yeah, thanks for the invitation.
And the entire, in fact,
Traditional
we
water
already,
bodies वाला sir, उसमें
in fact,
useful
the
as
whole villagers are also aware that you might come, sir. So kindly don't disappoint us. Then uploading also we have started now. Particularly 2 districts, Dimapur and Mokokchung, have started uploading. We have time and again other districts also to start uploading. And I'm very sure very soon they'll start doing, because as I said, only sometime in June things started. So I'm sure that in the next maybe couple of weeks we'll see a lot of photographs of the other districts. Just some of the information that perhaps we thought. Just not very this thing, but 3 small areas where we thought will lack to the ministry. As I said, some districts, I think 6 districts are yet to get that funds for the ministry. And us,
asking for the bank credit.
yeah, Muka has already sent, because I'm aware that DC again had kept me informed. Anyway, it's also. Second is very important, sir. So you are aware that the Japan has to be done just with other schemes, and particularly the Manrega in the state. The Manrega district plan does not go to the district planning. So it's more of a personal level interaction that I can have with my counterpart RD or maybe DC at the district. So that we could not institutionalize our convention so far. And down the line recently we have created 4 new districts. So we're having a little issue of coordination, but we're looking at from the positive side because we have placed new DCs in all the new districts. And these are very young officers, and we will try to utilize their service. Already they are very active, so we'll try to turn their enthusiasm into actions. So we'll turn this that is intention. So these are 3 small, or rather, issues that we thought we would tackle. Once again, sir, thank you very much for your time. We are on the job, and we were very confident that by November, much will become. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you very much, Nagaland. We just have Manipur left. Manipur, could you please share your presentation? Or do you want us to share it? Manipur, are they not online? No?
Have we lost the connection?
Maybe.
Is Manipur there?
He was there when the meeting was started. He was there.
Okay, so we will have them separate. Huh? Connected? Manipur?
So we are sorry we could say the things.
Is there a technical problem?
We are not able to share the screen, sir.
Okay. Shall we move them into our next meeting, sir?
Yeah, we can do that. We can't see you also.
Okay, Manipur.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
What we will do is, we will bring you into our next review with certain other states.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and that day we'll take you first.
Okay, ma'am.
So there seems to be a problem. We can neither see you, we can just hear you.
Yeah, we could see you.
I have one point. I have just one point which is obvious and again common. The fact that this is a government-led program. This is a government-led abhiyan, but it is not entirely a government program. It is about involving the community and bringing everybody on board for water conservation and recharge. So the request will be to get your young deputy commissioners, to get everybody involved, to get the community involved in the Jal Shakti Abhiyan. How best can it be done? How innovatively can it be done? And the next time that we meet, we would like some innovations with regard to getting people into this campaign. It cannot just be, MG Narega se kiya, isse kiya, isse kiya. I mean, an enormous amount of work has been done and the states are fully owning it, which is great. But now we need the people to own it. And that is something that is our next challenge. Stop here.
Okay, we have had a good interaction with the states present today, and we feel that there is a need to have the JSA reviewed at the level of Chief Secretary, as we are in the middle of JSA now, and if there are any interdepartmental coordination issues, they need to be sorted out quickly without further loss of time. So we will be requesting your Chief Secretaries to review the JSA, and we wish you all the best in your endeavor to take the campaign forward and make your states, your districts and your villages water secure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Yes. Thank you.